Okay. All right.
Oh
good.
my gosh, I had the exact same idea.
Excellent. Wow, that was simple. Yeah.
Because
and
down in the IE, it's going to be a zoo.
yeah, and chances of getting a truck hit are really high.
Yes.
Down there, so.
Okay, good. I was thinking the same thing.
And then I can teach a Lugnut how to do the polishing, so you can start polishing too.
Oh, that sounds great.
So yeah, so excellent.
Okay, good. Great minds think alike.
It was just not meant for us to go to Reno for some reason.
Yeah.
We had two different loads that we were on, and the one we actually went to pick up, and then it wasn't going to be ready till Monday. That was really ridiculous. That they should have checked cold or something to confirm that they knew that the load wasn't ready there. And then the other one, the guy was all that team load that needed to be there on Saturday.
You know what? I saw it later on.
Oh, you did?
On ITS. ITS had it. Good morning, everybody. We are still on our way from the Atlanta area in Georgia to Southern California. We've got personal watercraft on board, and we are we've got 4 stops. It seems like each of the 4 stops is a dealership, a place to buy these personal watercraft. So that's going to be a lot of fun. This is quite the cargo. If I thought that there was any chance that this video was going to air while we still had this cargo on board, I would not be mentioning it, because it's the kind of cargo that people would definitely want to steal. And so, but I know this video is not going to get uploaded probably for a couple of weeks. I'm so behind, but it's it's some amazing cargo. It was really cool watching them load it. It was really cool to see how they get transported in these cages so that nothing gets damaged, and I'm really excited to show them coming out, because I wasn't allowed to video when I wasn't allowed to video in the warehouse, so I couldn't show them going in, but I'm sure I'll be able to show them going out. So for right now, I woke up just a little bit ago, around 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, and Milkman was in Oklahoma. So he said, oh, tell us about the storm last night.
There was a really bad storm out there in Oklahoma. It was raining, but the rain's no big deal. Either the lightning and thunder it was going wild, but the reason why I pulled over is because of the wind. It was blowing so hard, I thought maybe we would tip over. So I pulled over, and I had no idea how long I was going to be there for. But it just happened that I was able to take my half-hour break. By the time I got done with my break, the heavy winds and stuff were over with, so I was able to keep going.
All right, so that's the Oklahoma weather report from June 6th. Smelly, smelly, smelly. Stinky. All right. Got so many issues here. Once again.
I don't know what pump number. Oh,
25. So once again, this is not us. We haven't put this in yet. So that is somebody, it's like somebody else who maybe paid for fuel and then forgot to actually pump, like the DEF or something like I did. So I'm gonna go in and get and try to get them to cancel that. I can't find my tripod. I feel lost without it. It's so much easier to hold the camera with my tripod. Look what happened over here. I don't know if you can see it. The roof is coming down. So all of these are closed. And I don't know I don't know what happened, if it was a weather event or I think it's because somebody hit it. But this place, this is the TA. Right, it's in New Mexico, right near the border of Texas on I-40. It used to be called Russell's, and so it's pretty cool on the inside. It has like a little mini museum and it has some cool stuff inside. All right, so normally they have quite the situation in there. They have a gas side, like, you know, a passenger vehicle side and a truck side, and you know, nobody knows anything. It's not labeled, so we're all standing in the wrong line. Everybody's getting cranky. Let's see if he is aware. Are you aware? All right, now I'm going back to get my sodas and make a pit stop. I just wanted to make sure that he was going to get that pump started, since they were obviously having problems. See, it's kind of cute in here. Oops. You got little trucks up top. Just gonna take a peek in here. Holy moly. Oh, be still my beating heart. Oh my gosh. All right, there was a lot of noise and background noise in the museum, so I decided to do a voiceover. But you can see that this museum is just full of old, classic, antique cars. They're all so beautiful and well maintained, or at least they look good. They've also got motorcycles and then other types of paraphernalia related to vehicles, like this old parking meter, and then this old gasoline pump, and then this even older gasoline pump. I've never seen one like that in action. When I was a kid, we were beyond this. But, you know, basically they filled it completely up with gasoline, and then they pumped as much as they could into the car, and you know, however much was still left over, that told them how much they had pumped into the car. And then there's all this, I'm not sure, I think these are oil pumps, right, to pump oil if you need oil in the engine. And then there's all kinds of toys and, you know, old model vehicles, cars and trucks. And toys that you can imagine kids would have played with back in the day. And then other types that they would ride in. Right, we've got this little tricycle that looks like a tractor. And then I love this one. It looks like a wagon. Like they went west in a wagon with these beautiful horses that don't look like they belong. Going over Donner Pass. And then other old things, they've got, you know, all kinds of stuff that I wasn't exactly sure what it was. Old cash registers or adding machines. Old computers, look at those. And then, you know, just, I mean, all kinds of old paraphernalia. And the jukeboxes, I definitely love the old jukeboxes. I definitely think it's worth a look. If you're going across I-40 during the day, I think the museum is only open during the day. it's a nice break from the road, and it's really, you know, some cool stuff to look at. All right, we are all clean. How's it feel?
Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent. All right, we got our showers and we're super clean and we all feel good?
Yes. We feel fantastic.
All right, Lugnut already had lunch, but Milkman is gonna make us our lunch now as I drive down the road.
Right.
Levels 1 through 20, you're writing the square of each number. So it's not the square, you're writing the exponent, right? You've got squares and cubes. It says, what is the cube of 9? So if you see cube, then you're going to write 9 to the third, right? You're going to just get practice writing the teeny little number up at the top, and then you're going to write the value. So what is 9 cubed? It's 9 times 9 times 9. 81 times 9, which is whatever it is. Okay? So you're looking squared and cubed, right? Squared and cubed are the only ones that we don't say to the whatever power. Right? We can say to the second power or to the third power, but normally we just say squared and cubed. There's a trucker right on my butt. Look at him over there. I don't know why he's there. But I can barely see him. He's just like attached to me. There's no way he can see anything that's going on in front of him. All he sees is my doors. Alright, so a car got on the interstate and now both of them are on my butt. I mean, the car was going so fast, so I was sure they were going to get around me, or that they were going to get off at the next exit, and they're still there, and the truck that was on my butt is on his butt.
Wow.
And he's on my butt. I can't even see the car. All I can see is the glow of their lights.
Wow.
So because of the car, though, I can see the truck a little bit better, but
Right.
sheesh, it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's been on my butt for 20 minutes. No way, peeps. That's him finally getting around me. Oh my gosh. He has been on my ass for 43 minutes. All right, so my night is over. Because I got started around 2:30, and that was because of our taking showers today. I was done right around like 10:30 or 11. And that's because of my 8-hour shift. And so I had to take a 30-minute break, and then I would drive for another half an hour before it's Milkman's turn. So at that point, it's going to be difficult to find another place to park for, to switch. So we decided that when I was done with my 8 hours, I would just park, and then Milkman would wake up when he woke up. And we thought he was going to wake up around midnight, but he woke up a little bit early. And so he's getting ready to drive now into Barstow. It's a little over 400 miles. There's a truck stop there that we know, and we're going to spend the weekend there. We don't want to go all the way into Southern California and see the family like we did a couple weeks ago, because this freight is just too valuable, where we would be nervous wrecks if we left the freight. One more funny thing that happened. I use my phones to do all the filming, and I just got a new phone, and so my old phone, I kept it because it still works just fine for filming and stuff like that. But it had been sitting on top of our little refrigerator, and I was sure it had either fallen behind or that it was under the air conditioner, which also sits on top of the fridge. I couldn't find it. I finally opened the fridge, and there it was sitting in the fridge. It's been out for like 10 minutes now, and it's still super cold. So Milkman wasn't too thrilled with me, because he's the one who had to unstrap the air conditioner and then strap it back up. You forgive me, Milkman?
Yes.
Are you ready to get going?
I am. I'm waiting for you to let me know when I can go.
All right, you can go.
Okay.
All right, so thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.